Life can be a lot like basketball. Sometimes you hit your shot, and sometimes you're just off the mark. There are even times you got to take your knocks. The lesson from all this is sometimes you just got to ride the wave, because this is the Big West. Let's start Thursday with UC Davis at UC Riverside. Aggies just a game back in the standings. First half, Highlanders out to the double-digit lead, courtesy of Jamal Hartwell II. Here with the jumper just outside the lane, 11 off the bench for Hartwell. Seeing what Hartwell did, Zion Pullen wants some too. He'll pull up for the J off the screen and roll action. He'd finish with 16. Flynn Cameron for UC Riverside, down the right side, straight to the rim. Riverside by 9, 12 on the game for Cameron. But remember, this is Elijah Pepper's Aggies Hoops Club band, the 3 off the feed from Leo DeBrule. It's a 6-point game at the break. Second half, Pullen feeds Luke Turner for the 3. Highlanders by 7, 5 assists for Pullen. Turner would go for 10 and 10 rebounds. Christian Anigwe spins to the bucket for 2 of his 10. UC Davis now down by 5. Where have you gone, Goodwill Tattersall? The 3 from the wing, UCR by 10. Tattersall finished with 11, going 3 of 7 from 3. But Elijah Pepper's not done yet. The steal and the score. 32 points for Pepper, Aggies down 7. Pepper would also finish with 9 rebounds and 3 assists while shooting 12 of 19 from the floor. Minute to play, Leo DeBrule nails the 3, cutting the lead to 5. 12 for DeBrule for the Aggies off the bench, shooting 3 of 7 from distance. But UC Riverside would close it out from the free throw line. They'll keep pace with Long Beach and Hawaii for third place in the conference. Next up, CSUN and CSU Bakersfield at Icardo Center. 50th all-time meeting and the renewal of a rugged rivalry from the old D2 days. Early going, runners have the hot hand. Travis Henson with the 3. Bakersfield would hit their first 4 from beyond the arc. This is called moving without the basketball. Watch Henson, gets the pass and the dunk. 20 for Travis Henson on the game. Bino Smith, the straightaway 3, pushes the lead to a dozen for CSUB. He had 11 points and 8 rebounds. Ethan Ibanago off the bench for CSUN with the 3, cuts the lead to 9. 10 points for Ibanago for CSUN. 2-touchdown lead for CSUB on Super Bowl weekend. The 3 from Marvin McGee. He'd end up with 13 points, shooting 3 of 3 from distance. Second half, Deshaun Allen-Ikens tries to get something going for CSUN. The mid-range off the dribble. He'd end up with 14 on the game. Ivan Reynolds with the miss, but reigning player of the week, Antavion Collum with the follow. 17 points and 8 rebounds for the dude. Reynolds again finds Collum for 1 of his 10 assists. The Roadrunners on their way to a 73-58 win over CSUN. Bakersfield surging. The Runners start off February 3-0. Next, it's off to Simplify Arena at the Stan Sheriff Center for the Tritons and the Bows. Roddy Anderson III off the dribble, open lane, takes it to the rim. Tritons up 12 early, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists for Anderson. Anderson again finds Francis Wakoria. 18 in the first half for UC San Diego. He'd end up with 25. 3-point lead for the Tritons and the run out for Bryce Pope. He'll go all the way to the cylinder for 2 of his 10 points. Under a minute to play in the half, Kozakowski hits for 3 of his 12. UC San Diego would take an 8-point lead to the break. Second half, though, the Bows bounce back. Leading by 8, they go down inside to De Silva for the 2 and 1. 8 points, 12 rebounds for Bernardo De Silva. Later on, it's 2-point game now. Samuta Avea with the slam for the Bows. He'd finish with 12 points and 17 rebounds. Later, this three from Noel Coleman pushes the Hawaii lead to 7. He'd finish with 12 points. Under 4 minutes to play, Bryce Pope responds for the Tritons. He trims it to a 4-point lead for Hawaii. UC San Diego trying to get back in it. 2-point game, but the deep three for Avea is the dagger for Hawaii. The Bows hang on and turn back UC San Diego. Next stop on Thursday, Walter Pyramid. UC Santa Barbara taking on Long Beach State in a battle of Big West charter members. The Beach riding a 6-game win streak coming in. They sit a game and a half behind the Gauchos coming off their loss at CSUN. First half, Josh Pierre-Louis with a vicious assault on the rim breaks a 24-24 tie to put the Gauchos on top. 13 points and 8 rebounds for Pierre-Louis. Andre Kelly off the feed from A.J. Mitchell. Santa Barbara leads 30-28 with 6 minutes left in the half. Kelly ended up with 14 and 10 on the night. Abubakar Traore off the dribble for the Beach, the leaner in the lane. Long Beach stays close, trailing by 2. Minute to play in the half. Lacina Traore down inside with the bucket off the feed from A.J. George. The Beach up by 3. The run out for Jadon Jones jams it down off the feed from Tone Hunter. 2 of his 13. Beach up 5 at the break. We jump to the second half. A.J. Mitchell off balance for the Gauchos, but Kelly there for the tip. Santa Barbara on top. Kelly 7 of 10 from the floor. Back the other way, Lacina Traore down low, the feed from Tone Hunter, and the Beach back in front, 16 and 9 on the game for Lacina. Next possession, deflection off the pass, but A.J. Mitchell plays the tip, takes it to the hoop for the Gauchos, 17 on the night for Mitchell. Later, Mitchell again, this time drive and kick to Miles Norris for the 3. Santa Barbara breaks the tie. Norris had 13, Mitchell with 10 assists. 3-point game, the Beach goes back down low. Abubakar goes left using the window, trimming the lead to a point. 18 points for Traore to go with his 10 rebounds and 6 assists. But UC Santa Barbara maintains its advantage. Final possession for the Beach. The heave by Sahonis is offline. 6-game win streak for the Beach is over. Great bounce-back road win for Joe Pasternak and the Gauchos. Wrapping up Thursday's action, the sunny climes of Irvine, as Cal Poly makes the trip south to the Bren. Ryan Baratalai is the acting head coach for the Eaters. Big Russ sits out a 1-game suspension. Bent Leuchten back for the Eaters after missing 8 games of action. First half, the 3 from Dawson Baker. Irvine leads by 7. 12 on the evening for Baker. DJ Davis from the wing, the deep 3, a team-high 16 for Davis for UC Irvine. Lead extends to 8 for the home team. Mustangs, though, push back. Watch Brantley Stevenson off the dribble. 2 of his 12. He'd also chip in 8 rebounds to make it a 6-point game. First half winding down, Nick Fleming fires off the 3 for Cal Poly, and the Mustangs go to the locker room, all even with Irvine at 28. Second half, Eaters by 5. DJ Davis out of the corner for 3, pushing the Irvine lead to 8. Davis 3 of 7 from beyond the arc on the evening. But Cal Poly sticking around. Chance Hunter from the wing for the 3. 13 points and 6 rebounds for Hunter. It's a 3-point game. Later in the second half, Nick Fleming from the wing calls glass. Cal Poly takes the lead. Fleming just 2 made buckets on the game, but he made both of them count. DJ Davis putting the game back on the seesaw. His 3rd 3-pointer of the game puts UC Irvine back up by 1. We have a Bren burner on our hands. The Mustangs aren't going away, though. Watch ball movement here. Here's a move by Chance Hunter. It's a 2-point game. Welcome back, Bent Leuchten, the 3 for the big Bavarian. It's a 5-point lead for the Eaters. With a minute to play, though, Nick Fleming again finds Stevenson, and Cal Poly trims the lead to 1. Last chance for the Mustangs. Kobe Sanders can't connect from outside the paint. Offensive rebound, though. Nick Fleming finds Ali Karoma, who will leave it short. Irvine survives. Ryan Baratalai gets a post-game hug from Cal Poly head coach John Smith. We'll start off Saturday's games with a matinee from the Valley, 112th all-time meeting between CSUN and Cal Poly. Early lead for the Mustangs. Brantley Stevenson jumper puts Cal Poly up 6. First half winding down, Trevon Taylor out of the corner. 12 points on the game for Taylor. Mustangs up 8 at the half. Attenwright with the deep 3 to start off the second half for CSUN as they try and rally. Inbound play, Fidelis Okereke says hello. 8 points, 9 rebounds for Fidelis on the game. Cam Pierce the other way with the lob to Brian Penn Johnson, the dunk. Mustangs up by 14. Next time down the floor, Penn Johnson misses, but Brantley Stevenson there with the putback. 2 of his 14. Cal Poly by 16 with just under 13 minutes to play. Cam Slaymaker finds Ethan Ibanago for the 3. Ibanago ended up with 3 points and 4 assists, trimming the lead to 11. Atten Wright in the lane for CSUN. The floater trims the lead to 8. Mid-range for Deshaun Allen Ikens in the lane. This is why you follow your shot, boys and girls. 6-point game, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Allen Ikens. Atten Wright, the spin and the swish. 4-point game, Wright with 22 on the afternoon. Hook shot in the lane from Onye Aisi. 10 points and 6 rebounds for Aisi. Matadors cut the lead down to 1. Atten Wright with the 3. Crypto to Venmo. Matadors take the lead with under 2 minutes to play. CSUN rallies from 16 down to end the game on a 36-9 run over the last 12:57. They split the season series with Cal Poly. Heading south to the Bren Center for the first of our intra-UC matchups between UC Irvine and UC Riverside. Homecoming in the 949, bringing back all kinds of memories for the Eaters and their fans. Dawson Baker with the runner in the lane for UC Irvine, and it's an 8-point lead for the Anteaters. Lachlan Olbrich steps outside for UC Riverside, hitting the 3 to make it a 3-point game, 22 on the night for Olbrich. Pierre Crockrell II finds DJ Davis on the outlet for the 3. Anteaters lead by 8, 11 assists for Crockrell on the evening. Justin Hone into the lane for the Eaters, pushing the lead to a dozen, 10 points off the bench for Hone on the game. Flynn Cameron out of the corner off the pass from Olbrich. Riverside cuts the lead back down to 9, 11 points on the game for Cameron. First half winding down, the miss by Baker, tipped in by Bent Leuchten. 10 points and 4 rebounds for Leuchten. Irvine would lead by 11 at the half. Second half, Zion pulling 2 of his 12, trims the lead back to single digits. He also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Dawson Baker off the dribble, the mid-range, stretching the lead to 20. He'd finish with 23 on 9 of 14 shooting. Moments later, DJ Davis the straightaway 3, 18 points on the game for Davis, who'd shoot 4 of 5 from bonus distance. The coup de grace here from Dawson Baker, stretching the Irvine lead to 28. The Eaters just open it up on UC Riverside. Peter the Anteater pumps up the homecoming crowd as UC Irvine goes to 10-3 in league play, maintaining their hold on second place behind UC Santa Barbara. We'll now head to Icardo Center. CSUB and Long Beach State. Runners have won 3 in a row. The Beat just saw a 6-game streak end. And Tavion Collum to the hoop, takes a tumble, but scores the goal. Runners with the early lead. Later, Abubakar Traore finding Jadon Jones for the 3. Jones would finish with 18 and 6 rebounds for Long Beach State. Late first half, Collum with the bucket for CSUB. Dude would end up with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Back the other way, Marcus Sohonis with the 3. It bounces out and drops back through. Beach up 14. Sohonis would finish with 12. Late first half, outlet from Traore to Tone Hunter, the touch pass. Sohonis with the goal, pushing the lead to 18 for Long Beach State. Late first half, Reynolds to the cup with the dunk for CSU Bakersfield. 11 and 4 assists on the game for Reynolds. Long Beach State up a dozen at the break. Second half, Amari Stroud beats everyone down the floor for the layup. 12.6 rebounds for Stroud, Beach by 12. But they are nicknamed the Roadrunners. Marvin McGee here with the step through, trims the Beach lead to 8. McGee out of the corner off the feed from Bino Smith. He nails the 3, lead down to 5 points, 15 for McGee on the night. The steal by Reynolds to McGee, who feeds Travis Henson for the bucket. 3-point game, 12.7 rebounds for Henson. Lead back to 10 for Long Beach State, then Tone Hunter feeds Amari Stroud for the bucket. Stroud 6 of 9 for the night from the floor. Under 2 minutes to play, 10-point lead for the Beach. Bino Smith out of the corner for the 3. He had 16. All 5 runner starters scored in double digits. But Tone Hunter right back the other way for Long Beach State. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals for Hunter. The Beach back up by 9. Long Beach State closes it out, ending the Runners' 3-game win streak and bouncing back from Thursday's loss against the Gauchos. Speaking of the Gauchos, next stop the Thunderdome. UC Davis, UC Santa Barbara. Gauchos with the early lead. Calvin Wishart connects from the right wing, 3 of his 11 on 4 of 5 shooting. T.Y. Johnson, hard to the rim for the Aggies, clips the lead to 7, 10 points, 5 assists for Johnson. Late first half, Wishart on the runout finds A.J. Mitchell trailing the play for the bucket. Mitchell would finish with 24. Elijah Pepper back the other way for the Aggies to make it a 3-point game with under 2 minutes to go in the half. Under a minute to play in the first half, Gauchos by 5. Miles Norris down low to the bucket. 16-8 for Norris, 6-point lead for Santa Barbara at the break. Early second half, Pepper finds Kane Milling in the corner for 3. 5-point game, Milling ended up with 13. Fast break for the Gauchos, Ajari Sani with the lob, touch pass from Pierre Louis to Miles Norris for the bucket. Lead back to 9 for Santa Barbara, 8 assists for Pierre Louis. A.J. Mitchell for the Gauchos, the move to the hoop, scores the goal and the foul. 11-point lead for UC Santa Barbara. Mitchell 9 for 13 on the night. Later, Mitchell finds Josh Pierre Louis underneath. 18 for Pierre Louis on 7 of 11 shooting. Gauchos by 21. Christian Anigwe the other way for UC Davis to the bucket, 2 of his 10. He also had 8 rebounds for the Aggies. Leo DeBrol with the inbound to Elijah Pepper, 30 on the night for Pepper, 12 of 19 from the floor. Aggies down 17 as we near 9 minutes to play. Under 5 minutes to go, Kane Milling out of the corner on the feed from T.Y. Johnson, trims the Gauchos lead to 11. So Andre Kelly bumps into T.Y. Johnson after a made bucket, and Johnson takes exception. Then things get a little testy between the Gauchos and the Aggies. A little bad blood with suspensions forthcoming from the league. The Gauchos would close it out, 84-74, the win at home over the Aggies to maintain their hold on first place in the Big West. For the final game of the weekend, the Titans and the Bows on the island. Early going, Latrell Wrightsell Jr. with the steal finds Max Jones for the bucket. Titans by 4. Jones would finish with 13. Still first half, using the Nathaniel Bastian screen, Torrey San Antonio launches from mid-range. Titans by 6, 9 points, 9 rebounds for San Antonio. Later, Bastian again making himself useful, this time for Latrell Wrightsell Jr., 2 of his 11 to go with 7 boards and 4 steals. Titans lead is 10. 2 minutes to play in the half, the steal by Jalen Harris. He'll take it to the bucket for 2 of his 9. Titans with a 15-point lead at the break. Second half, lead 17, but Hawaii gets going. Kamaka Hepa from 3. He'd finish with 16, shooting 4 of 8 from beyond the arc as the Bows look to rally. 10 minutes left in regulation. Samuta Avea hits from long distance. Lead down to 8 for Cal State Fullerton. Hawaii with some momentum. Noel Coleman finds Kamaka Hepa cross court. 3 more for Hepa, and the lead trimmed to 7 points with under 7 minutes to play. Closing in on 2 minutes to play, the run out by the Bulls. Noel Coleman out of the corner clips the lead down to 5. Coleman finished with 6 on the night. Under a minute to play, Hepa off the mark from straight away. Rebound Samuta Avea to the hoop. It's a 1-point game. 12 points and 17 rebounds from Avea. 1-point game, 10 seconds left. McClanahan in the lane. He can't finish. Hepa's tip won't go down. One last shot for Samuta Avea. He leaves it short, and Grayson Carper clears it for the Titans, who survive despite being held scoreless over the final 3 minutes. That's all for now, folks. See you next week on This is the Big West.